we've actually gotten that question while we were on our way to do a play at an SCA event. We were on our way from the car to the site, the transporting stuff, and we get the "Are you in a play?" question, and we look at each other and go, "Yes, yes we are, but that's not why we're dressed like this."
Buongiorno, everyone.
Hi.
We are the confused Greenies of Players Patchwork Theater Company.
From out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Mostly.
Mostly.
And we weren't expecting to do this.
Yes, we are a late add to programming.
Now that's okay, because what we are is an improv troupe.
Yes.
Or specifically semi-improvisation. Because what we do is we do not write full scripts, we write scenarios, brief outlines that we then improvise the dialogue and the action.
For you, right while we're on the stage.
And where the heart of this performance style comes from is the Italian Renaissance. Now, we don't just do that. If you saw out there the Marcon and concoction tables, the Dalek is a member of our troupe, so we often do modern day things in Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, sci-fi, steampunk.
And what we're doing right now, today, is
going back to our roots after a fashion.
We are going to do parodies of the Harry Potter universe, but not parodies involving Harry Potter. We're doing parodies from the Harry Potter universe, but from 400 years ago, during the time of the Italian Renaissance.
So we extrapolated what this may be like and adapted some of our favorite traditional commedia dell'arte plays for this. And we thought we'd maybe doing them as hallway skits out there, but then there was a gap in the schedule and they said sure. So we are doing 4 short plays here, and as I said, we weren't entirely prepared, and several of our players have never done these plays before. We never rehearsed them. It's improv. And at least one of them didn't even know who we were before about an hour ago. So it's going to be wild and fun, and thank you for stopping in. And it's possible that I think we're also going to be doing something similar later or tomorrow.
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 Tomorrow
Okay.
at noon in Grand Ballroom 7, I think it is. There's going to be flyers up if they're not up already, courtesy of the gracious folks at Programming and Ops. And that is going to be Doctor Who parodies.
Apparently.
So.
I will say there might be a little bit of downtime between each skit as we do costume changes because we didn't have it fully flowed out. You will be seeing some of the same people, but they will probably be in different parts.
Yes.
So again, if 2 characters fall in love in one play, doesn't mean that the same 2 characters falling in love in another one.
Yes.
So with much further ado, we're going to go off. We're going to break. We're going to get the last bits of our costumes, and then come back on with the first of the plays, The Wizard's Apprentice, because Mischief is definitely not yet managed.
But it will be. Thank you.
Dun, dun, dun.
We have a thing we do. It's an awesome thing. We're gonna do the thing. We're doing the thing. We're singing. Thunder, thunder, Thundercats, ho! Thing we do. It's traditional. Yes.
Arlecchino.
Yes, Dottore Graziano.
You have been taking private tutelage lessons from I, Dottore Graziano,
Yes.
the greatest wizard instructor of the University of Bologna, Magica Scholastica Collegium. Yes, I from the University of Bologna.
Yes, I know.
B-O-L-O-G-N-A.
You're just
Yes,
full of Bologna.
I am. So, but what they tell you is that if you're going to be an instructor, that you have to actually teach your students something.
Oh,
I don't know, I mean, I've looked at that Hogwarts school and they don't teach them anything in that school.
Except how to get into trouble and
I
maybe
know,
die.
but for some reason, if I want to keep my tenure, I have to teach students. So,
Please don't teach me how to maybe die.
no promises.
Okay.
But Arlecchino, you are my apprentice.
Yes.
So you will be put in charge of the shop.
In charge?
The lab, the shop, The everything here.
Everything?
Yes. Just don't screw it up.
Don't screw it up.
If you
that's an easy rule.
If you don't, I will give you full marks, and
Full
then
marks.
they'll think I actually can teach.
Oh, that's good, right?
I'm going to go do what I actually care about and experiment and not teach.
Oh, okay.
You're in charge, Arlecchino, right?
Oh, Dottore Graziano. That thing you
What?
told, that thing that you told me about, that broom, that important priceless broom. You said it was priceless, right?
Yes.
Oh.
I told you that all the time.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I remembered. Okay,
How many times do I tell you these things are priceless?
yes, priceless. I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes I forget words, sometimes I get words wrong, sometimes I get them backwards.
You! I need a broom! Do you have a broom? I need a broom! I need a broom! I gotta go play Quidditch! I want to sweep the field! Do you have a broom?
Oh, yes, I was just talking to my master about that.
Oh, you got a broom then!
Yes, I have a broom, and this is the best broom that we have on offer.
Excellent! Can we have it?
Well, my master said that it's priceless, so that means there's less of a price, and if it's priceless, it has even less of a price than that, so it has no price at all, so you can have it for free.
Yes! Thank you!
Go play Quidditch, sweep the field. I did good. Dottore Graziano is going to be so proud of me.
Oh, Arlecchino,
Oh,
that was fascinating. Did you know that blibbering humdingers can sing?
oh, they do?
They
In
do.
harmony?
They do.
Oh, that's exciting. I'm very excited about it.
Well, that's the important business. How are you? What's happened since I've been gone?
Oh, we had somebody come into the shop.
And didn't mess it up, did you, Arlecchino?
Oh, I didn't mess it up at all.
Good.
I did exactly what you said. I remembered the exact words you said.
Good.
Yes, there was a customer coming in looking for a broom, wanted to sweep the field. He wanted to be a Quidditch star, I guess. So you
The
remember
broom?
that broom I was asking you about? Yeah, I remembered that you said it was priceless. Yes. So I realized
It's the fastest broom in the Mediterranean Magi.
Yes, I told the customer that it was the best broom we had on offer, and
That's why it's priceless.
exactly. So there's no price on it, I guess. So I gave it to him for free. Did I do good? I don't like the sound of that. When the scary music comes on, it's never a good sign.
Dyslexia going on.
I don't know that word, but it's still not a good sign.
I believe I've been cursed at some point. You gave away. Priceless means it's so expensive we can't put a price on it.
That sounds oddly counterintuitive.
You just gave it away to who?
To a future hopeful Quidditch star.
Quidditch?
Yeah!
That doesn't even make any sense.
He's going to
Why would you
sweep
waste-
the field!
No, Arlecchino. If someone comes in asking for that, what you tell them is, yes. You tell them it was caught in a storm.
Caught in a storm.
The hair ripped from its body.
The hair ripped from its body.
Its back was broke.
Its back was broke.
So the soggy remains we just hung in the rafters to dry.
The soggy remains were hung in the rafters to dry.
In the owlery.
In the owlery.
Way up in the owlery, in the
Yes,
dry.
and now it's covered in feathers, I betcha.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. You got it?
Okay, it's caught in a storm, and its back was broken, and the hair was ripped from the bones, and it was hung in the rafters of the owlery to dry.
Correct.
And now it's all covered in feathers.
Just tell them that, and then we don't have to worry about giving it away.
Oh,
All right.
Okay. Remember what you told me. Don't worry, you can count on me, Dottore.
I need to go experiment on some Cornish pixies.
I like corn. Yummy. Now I'm hungry.
If only I had a hippogriff.
A hippogriff?
A hippogriff.
A hippogriff?
Then I, Capitano, could defeat an army of dark wizards single-handedly.
A hippogriff?
This is a shop, right?
Yes, it's a shop.
Then I can buy a hippogriff.
Wait, what did Dottore Graziano say to me? I have to remember the exact words. What did he say I had to do if something like this happened again? I could sell you a hippogriff.
Perfect.
But the problem with that is that hippogriff had its back broken and the hair was ripped from its body and the skin was stripped from the bone and it was caught in a terrible storm, so it was hung in the rafters of the owlery to dry. And it got attacked by the owls, and it was covered in feathers. That was the best part. I think I upset him. I can't imagine why.
Arlecchino, that wizard with the purple hat.
Yeah. He said his name was Capitano Silva.
Why was he running out screaming?
I don't know.
What did you tell him?
Exactly what you told me to tell him. He was in here looking for a hippogriff.
Yes.
Something about fighting an army of dark wizards or something. Beat them single-handedly with a hippogriff. And
I
told him exactly what you told me to tell him.
What did I tell you?
told him that we could sell him a hippogriff, except that it got caught in a terrible storm, and its back was broken, and the skin was stripped from the bone, and the hair was torn from its body, and it was terribly wet from this horrible storm, so it got hung in the rafters of the owlery to dry. But he went away for some reason before I got to the part about it being covered in feathers. I don't know why he was so upset.
Hey, first the hippogriff's already covered in feathers.
Feathers on top of the feathers?
People are going to think that we're cruel and unusual to magical beasts.
Well,
You know what that will do to our reputation.
some of those beasts
Arlecchino!
What did I do? What?
Next time something like this happens, tell them it went mad.
Went mad?
Rabid. It was just uncontrollable, biting people.
Uncontrollably biting people. It was rabid.
So we tied it up out in the back in the pasture, and no one should go near it.
Tied it up in the
For
back of the pasture.
Because it could attack at any time.
Could attack
It's
at
a
any
mad
time.
beast.
A mad beast.
Yes, just tell them that. And then we don't have to worry about giving away hippogriffs or making them think that we're monsters.
Oh, magical beasts aren't monsters. They're just misunderstood. I like the nifflers. They're cute.
Why do I have a feeling that there's a Horcrux around here? Because that's my luck. One more shot, Arlecchino. One more shot.
Oh, I want to get shot.
I don't trust Arlecchino. I'm gonna put on this invisibility cloak and hide out here.
I have to do the right thing. I have to not mess up. This time, I'll get it.
Hello, Arlecchino.
Oh, hello, Columbina. How are you? She's so pretty. She's the prettiest witch on the block.
I'm doing really well.
Oh,
I came to invite you and your teacher, the learned wizard scholar Dottore, to the Yule Ball.
Oh,
with
Yule Ball.
my boss, the Arcandum of the Magi Mediterranean.
oh, he's the head of the whole Magi Mediterranean. All the wizards of Europe answer to him.
It is
Why did
the
you
ball
go
to
to
go
Yule
to,
Ball?
and I definitely want you and your teacher to come
Oh,
to the ball with her.
Oh, I wanted to go to this. I never get an invite.
well, I would be more than happy to come to the Yule Ball.
Yes.
And I would be more than happy to invite my master, look. He went mad. Oh, it was like he was rabid. Oh, no. He was insane. He was biting people. Oh, gosh. He could have attacked at any moment. Oh, that's inappropriate for a party. So we tied him up in the back, in the pasture. He's out back? Yeah, we put him out to pasture, and we tied him up in a corner so that he couldn't hurt anyone. Oh, he could have gone mad and started attacking at any given time. I'm not mad! Oh, Dottore Graziano! This is terrible. I think I messed up. Dottore Graziano? You're not mad? Are you mad or are you not mad? I did just what you told me to. I said exactly what you told me to say. Exactly the way you told me to say it.
Arlecchino!
Yes, ma'am.
I think I'm going to take a new teaching profession. I believe I'm going to become an instructor of the offense of the dark arts! Get back there!
I'm going to learn how to dodge! Oh, no.
And that was our first play. The next one will be fantastic mushrooms and how to bind them. Are we still getting ready?
I'm about to be ready.
Are you helping me in this?
Yes, I should.
Okay. Okay. One mushroom start with. For those of you joining us, as we said, we weren't not officially on the schedule, so the delays in between the acts is because we're making this up as we go along. As we said, we don't do scripts, we do improv, and some of our players totally improv because we never rehearse this. So, we will present for you a play that, the quick backstory of it's actually originally based on a Japanese play. So it is from hundreds of years ago about giant mushrooms. First mushroom.
Oh my gosh! Another mushroom right in the middle of my field of magical crops. I try everything. I can't get rid of them. I hire wizards. They're ineffective. You! Are you a wizard?
Of course I'm a wizard. I'm Dottore Graziano. I introduced myself in the last play.
Are you any good at what you do? Can you take care of problems?
I can take care of any problems. Wherever I go, there are problems.
Sure, okay. So, I have this giant mushroom in the middle of my field.
Could it be? I've wanted to document one of these.
I'm sure it's very fascinating.
This is a fungus among us abnormalis.
Yes.
Oh, it's the second largest mushroom I've ever seen.
But can you remove it from my field?
Remove it? You want it gone?
Oh, yes.
But it's an amazing specimen.
This is really fertile earth here, and I need this territory.
Well, it's all right. I, Dottore Graziano, I am an expert of all spells.
Okay.
I think, let's see. Ooh, I can use one I made up myself.
Oh, sure. What could go wrong?
Fungus vaporioso. There. Problem is solved.
Okay.
Dottore Graziano solved the problem.
That's supposed to make the mushroom go away?
Yes, it vaporizes.
It's supposed to take it out of the field?
Yes.
It's not supposed to not supposed to grow more.
No, that would be a multiplication charm, and there would... What did you do?
You're the wizard here, sir. You need to fix this. You're making the problem worse and not better.
Right, okay, I know. Some magic does not use wands. Some magic uses potion, which we'll just pretend I remember to bring that here. This is a potion from the far-off land of Nepal. Did you know that they ride to school on the backs of giant birds? It's actually canon. All right.
And this potion will take care of the mushroom problem.
Right. It's an essence of giant sea slug.
Oh, okay.
Just making sure. With this, it's perfect. The problem is definitely solved.
Definitely solved. Okay. So this is going to help, like, you know, dissolve them
They'll dissolve,
or
they'll
aberrate
shrink back.
them.
Definitely. There'll be fewer and fewer of them at all times.
Go to the road.
What? Where?
What?
Go to the road.
What are you talking about?
Learned wizard? The problem seems to be getting not better.
It's getting problematic.
You need some olive oil and garlic.
Oh, that's a good idea. But,
I don't think I'm chocolate.
You know, this seems to me like this must be some dark magic going on here.
Okay.
So I know what to do.
Okay. This must be a good one. This is going to be a good one.
Expecto Patronum!
How is a Patronus charm supposed to help us?
I don't know! People use Patronus charms to do everything these days! And, you told me these... Wait, you did not tell me these were moving giant mushrooms.
Well, they weren't antagonized before this.
They're mobile giant mushrooms.
Do you have any ideas, Mister?
Yes, I have a very good idea. It's actually something that even Persona non-magica people can do.
Oh, yay!
It's very simple. It's a spell I like to call Run!
Run!
You need to pay them more.
And that was fantastic mushrooms and how to bind them.
Which has never been performed before. You just all
No.
programmed.
Though it's possible you'll see something similar in Dr. Who skits. So that was play number 2. So play number 3, which I will have to actually do a bit of a costume change for. So who wants to come talk while I do a costume change?
That's like you're stripping on stage. That's a whole different show.
That's legal. Actual banditry.
That's after 10 and you have to pay $10.
You can get a costume.
The next play
Not
that
to
we're
worry.
going to do is Fashionable Banditry, which is actually based on a play that has nothing to do with 16th century Italian comedy. What it has to do with is 16th century Japanese comedy. We basically ripped this idea straight out of ancient Japanese comedy, which is called kyogen. We found a scenario in a really old book, and we said, hey, we could do that. So the secret to great comedy, besides timing,
Timing.
Recycling.
How you guys doing today? So, while we are quickly finishing up, this one is Kyogen, but like we were saying before, we primarily end up doing something based on commedia dell'arte, which is 16th century semi-improvisational theater. And we have fun doing it. We've definitely found ways to adapt it to modern day shows. Because, again, we're the Confused Greenies of Players Patchwork Theater Company. And what we came here for this weekend was to help out the Cleveland ConCoction and Marcon tables in the hall. Now, I don't know how close those are to any of you, but if you like InConJunction, you'll probably like them. Marcon is a long-established con. They just had their 52nd year. It's full of lots of geeky fun. We've had so much fun doing plays. Cleveland ConCoction is relatively new, but it's staff who've worked in other cons, so it has a strong feel for that. Marcon's not too far away. It's not until next May, so you got plenty of time to build up money to go back to it. Cleveland ConCoction is a little bit earlier in March. It's a little bit further away, but it's also a lot of fun. And for those plays, we put on full 3-act plays. We put on improv games hosted by our Dalek. We actually, have an organization, but we may rehearse just about as much at times. We have a habit of finishing writing our plays just before we go on. Yes, and if you happen to have any other cons or events you think that we should go to, let us know. Let the cons know. Have them invite us, and we can do skits like this. We can do Doctor Who skits. We can do Star Trek skits. We can do steampunk. We can do anime. We can do many more. And we are ready. Okay. Next play, Fashionable Banditry.
Oh, I had such fun today. I was in Diagon Alley and with my allowance, and I spent every last galleon of my allowance on such wonderful things because they have all the shiny things in Diagon Alley, all the prettiest clothes and all the fastest brooms and all the most majestic owls and all of the everything. But I have to admit that I overextended myself a little bit, so I might have charged a little bit, so to my father's line of credit at Gringotts Bank. So I need to get home before the owl from the bank gets to my father. And I'll be able to do it as long as no mage bandits show up.
Ha ha! Mage bandits have shown up!
It never fails. Never.
For I am Capitano Moco Blanco Frappuccino El Grande Testosterone. And I am the greatest mage bandit of these parts, and these are my minions.
Partners.
Henchmen?
Partners.
We will talk later. But we are here to bandit you.
To bandit me?
To bandit you.
You people.
Yes.
I don't want to give you my stuff. This is good stuff. I paid other people's good money for this stuff.
Everyone, no. We can make this work. We can make this work. You see, we like to teach. And the problem is, you've never been bandited before, have you?
No.
That's it, see. Never been bandited before. This is what happens. We, with the pointy wands and the spells, and all of them, we tell you to give us your stuff, and you give us your stuff. That's how it works. We tell you to do something, and you give us your stuff.
4 wands to 1. I'll never be able to defeat them. But I don't have any stuff.
Accio bag.
Ah!
They never look.
I hate that spell.
Yeah. Why do dark wizards never use that spell as much as they could? It's very effective. What we got in here? What we
Because
got?
they're dumb.
It's oh, I have wanted new robes.
Hey, play nice with that. You'll wrinkle the material.
Look at it shimmers.
That requires special care, you know.
What do you think? Does it make me look fat?
Yes, you should give it back to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Whatever. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, ooh. Oh. I always thought there could be a Hufflepuff. Huh? Am I a Hufflepuff?
You are so not worthy of being a Hufflepuff.
It brings
Only
out
the
your glowing
best
face.
people are Hufflepuffs. I should know. I'm a Hufflepuff.
Oh, oh, this is the most beautiful invisibility cloak I have never seen. Does it go with my eyes?
No. It's a good thing we don't have to look at you anymore.
What? No, no, no. Here, hold this.
Wait. No, hold this. You're doing it
No,
right.
I am doing it right. You're doing it. No, I know what to do.
Here, let me take that.
Where'd it go?
You lost my insanely expensive invisibility
But
cloak
we can't see it.
that I paid somebody else's good money for.
Well, it's not our fault it's invisible. How can we see it?
But it's your fault you lost it. Hey, look. 4 wands to none. 5 wands to none.
You know, complaint department. You can talk to my partners.
Minions!
Partners. Just
Stupefied.
that doesn't work at all because we're all exclusive.
I know their
Yay.
Thank you. Oh, these invisibility cloaks out of the way.
You found them!
Oh, there's one more. Where?
You'll never find them.
Emilio!
Okay.
I think we're deciding on who's playing what in the next play. Right?
Yay.
Okay, we're good. Yay. Wait, one. Okay.
Nope.
One.
No.
Y'all have one. All right.
No.
Yeah, they're under there.
For the next play we will do, it's an adaptation of our favorite production. It is called By Merlin's Beard. It all makes sense now. For you see, this is an adaptation of our favorite play because, well, our tagline is "It all makes sense now," and this play, it's so true to the essence of commedia dell'arte, and I know that we weren't meant to be on the schedule, but we just decided we have to give you this. We're going to give you the full version, the full 3-act play. It's a cast of 15, not counting the dancing monkeys, the trained peacocks, the house elf chorus. Oh, they're fabulous.
We didn't bring
It's
the
gonna-
peacocks.
What do you mean, they didn't bring peacocks?
They went on strike. They didn't want to travel this far. They're from Cleveland, you know.
What about the house elves?
Somebody gave them all socks. They quit.
Somebody was knitting.
Well, that's...
Yeah, those knitters.
Okay, fine. We'll cut that, but it's still going to run you about 3 hours. So, right, guys?
We're running out of time.
What do you mean? Don't we have room for the rest of the day?
No.
We
No.
have to go back to the Marcon table and the Cleveland ConCoction table because we're supposed to be here representing them. We just got lucky to get this
But-
laid out in the program.
Them?
Yeah, we
What
need
about
to
us?
represent them.
But
We're representing us right now.
We have
have
this
to do
play.
it faster.
Do we have to do the whole play?
you know what?
That's a good idea.
You know
I don't
what?
know why I didn't think of that off stage.
Come on, you got the whole story in the books. You know,
Yeah.
when it goes live, you always got to cut some stuff. And don't worry, I'm sure people will figure it out and complain about it for ages, what was cut out. But how about we just give you the thrilling climax? You don't need that character development, that plot arcs, do you? No, who
You
cares
just
about
need
that?
the dramatic
The
conclusion.
dramatic conclusion.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
everyone, places for the dramatic conclusion.
Yes. Dramatic one. Right. Ready?
Places.
Places.
Whoa. Oh, this is...
Oh, wait.
everybody, just to help us along a little bit, just play along and close your eyes and pretend that the curtain is closed and is lifting on the thrilling conclusion to an epic dramatic saga that took 7 books or 8 movies to tell.
And we can just say we obliviated the rest of the 3 members.
Yeah, but we would never do that. Never.
All right, places,
Okay.
ready, and go.
I swear to you, this isn't what it looks like.
What? It looks like that you, Fabrizia, have kidnapped Isabella, the woman that I, Capitano, was arranged to marry.
Oh, but
No, and it looks like you, Fabrizio, have kidnapped my daughter Isabella.
And it looks like you, Fabrizio, have kidnapped my love Isabella.
but no, it's not like that at all.
It looks
Because-
like that.
Because but I can make it so it doesn't look like that. Because I am not Fabrizio. Revelio! I am Isabella.
My
Isabella
God.
is not kidnapped at all.
Why would you do this?
What else, guys? Because you, Capitano, were someone that I was arranged to marry in a betrothal that was not of my own doing. It was arranged by my father, Pantalone.
But it was with the Capitano, so that was worth it.
Well, except that it wasn't worth it because I do not love the Capitano.
Good financial arrangement, Isabella.
But Father, I love my Orazio, and so I took a polyjuice potion to disguise myself as this Fabrizio person, so that I could run away with my Orazio.
But that's Orazio, he's a persona non magica.
That's why I had to run away. Don't you see? It all makes sense now.
Wait, there is something that does not make sense to Capitano.
What is it?
Well, you see, I have not always been known by the name of Capitano Moco Blanco Frappuccino El Grande Testosterone.
Really?
No, long ago, when I was just a wee babe. I was a very manly babe, don't you? Ah,
You remind me of a babe.
that-
Oh, right.
Those
No
are different.
fandom.
Those are
No
different
wrong
goblins.
fandom. Yeah.
But I was just, as a wee babe, I was kidnapped, I was taken, I was stolen from my family. I was stolen by mage pirates.
Mage pirates?
Mage pirates most foul. The only thing I knew that connected me to my past was I had a toy broom. And on that broom was etched a name, my name, the name Fabrizio.
Fabrizio?
What a coincidence.
What can it possibly mean?
Well,
There's that music again. A secret.
a secret I've never told anyone. You see, darling daughter Isabella,
Yes, Father.
I used to have a son.
A son.
A son named Fabrizio.
Fabrizio?
And I was one day besieged by mage pirates.
Mage pirates!
Mage pirates most foul.
Oh,
And they stole my darling baby boy away.
Oh.
All he had with him was a toy broom with his name, Fabrizio.
Which,
written on it.
Fabrizio.
that means, Papa!
Baby boy!
Oh, my Papa!
Oh,
My
yeah.
Papa! Oh, my sister!
Yes, me too.
My sister!
That means
We can't get married!
that means I can marry you. Of course, it all makes sense now.
Oh, wait.
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 Why?
The mage pirates and the Fabrizio, this rings bells to me.
What?
It does. There are bells besides the wedding bells.
I too, when I was a wee one. had a room with Fabrizio carved in it.
Aww.
And I too was raised by mage pirates.
Mage pirates? Mage pirates most foul.
I know how that feels.
Oh,
Well, I have another secret
really?
that I've never told anyone.
Funny coincidence, that.
I had two baby boys.
Two brothers? I had two
A
brothers.
set of twins.
Twin brothers.
And one day, I was again beset upon by mage pirates.
Mage pirates!
Mage pirates most foul.
Oh, how terrible.
And they stole away my darling other baby boy.
They stole my brother!
They
And I
stole
didn't know I even
my
had!
brother. My other brother.
The only thing he had with him when he was taken was a toy broomstick, and on it written his name, Fabrizio.
Fabrizio?
You named both your sons Fabrizio?
It's cheaper that way to get them with the same name.
Oh, the Bible room is involved. Okay, I get that, yeah.
That was very frugal of you, Father.
But that means Papa!
Baby boy!
Oh,
Yeah.
but that means
My brother! My brother! Meet our sister! Oh! Our sister! Oh! I know how this feels! Of course! It all makes sense now!
Darling girl, don't worry.
Why not?
You see, I have a secret
Another secret!
that I've never told anyone.
Why am I not surprised?
One day, not long after my darling twin sons had
That's
been
awesome.
taken from me,
You can tell they're twins. They look so much alike.
Taken by mage pirates!
Mage pirates!
most foul.
Those mage pirates were sure busy in our part of town.
One day I awoke and went out onto my doorstep and found a little basket. And in that basket was a baby.
Oh,
A baby wrapped in this mage pirate flag.
Mage pirate flag?
And that baby, my darling daughter, was you.
I'm the pirate's daughter?
Yes. So you see, you're not actually my blood.
I'm not related to you.
No.
So I'm not related to them.
Right.
I'm not related to you. We can get married.
Wait, well that means you're not... Oh, no. Look at this. Look at this, my baby brother needs all the help he can get. And the reason why we objected was that we thought you were a persona non magica. That you were born to a not wizarding family. But you were born to a high wizarding family.
Clearly he comes from us.
Your father-in-law's family.
Yes.
No, two of you. Please, I want them. I renounce all intentions.
Since he is not a persona non magica, Father, may I have your blessing to marry my beloved Orazio?
Oh, yes, of course.
Quick, let's get married before something else highly coincidental happens. Of course, it all makes sense now.
So, Papa Pantalone.
Yes, newly discovered son.
That sounds like a pizza place. We should go into business. Just put the food network.
Is there money in
Very good. But I was thinking,
it? Yeah,
if I understand correctly,
yes.
your long-lost mage pirate son, Fabrizio Orazio, is marrying your adopted pirate daughter, Fabrizio Isabella.
Yeah.
So you, Pantalone, are going to pay both the bride price and the dowry to yourself?
Oh, it's almost as if someone planned it that way, isn't it? All makes sense now.
Well, so the Capitano does not get the lady. That is fine. There's lots of lovely witches out there. And you know, why does this story have to end? there's plenty of more sagas that could be told. But for now, because we can always undo it, the confused Greenies of Players Patchwork Theater Company say Mischief managed.
Yay!
Our first audience at any InConJunction we've ever been, any sci-fi con in Indianapolis, for coming out of your day when you didn't even know this was happening. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for staying for our special brand of Ohio-grown insanity.
Good picture.
And we are taking the spot tomorrow.
Apparently.
Not this spot.
The spot.
We are
The
in
other-
Grand Ballroom 7
Yes,
at
don't run
noon.
off. One group picture.
So the people that were putting on the Shakespeare Star Wars that has been canceled, their spot opened in the program, and we offered to step in, and we are doing this, but Doctor Who instead of Harry Potter.
Yes.
Themed stories tomorrow at whatever time.
Grand
The
Ballroom
other thing
7
was-
at noon
And
tomorrow.
There's other improv stuff going on tonight. Check your schedules. It looks like fun. We're hoping to go check it out too. I don't know if someone's coming in this room right now. If they have to vacate quickly, but
I don't think
They
so.
started 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or
4.
you
Okay,
can just
I
put
saw
the
some-
invisibility cloaks on.
Yes.
Oh yeah, nobody does.
Absolutely no one will ever know.
And you can tell we're a quiet and subtle group.
It's true.
El Grande! But,
Testosterone.
so, okay, group picture quickly, and then people want to come in.
Thank you so much
Thank you.
for coming to see us.
And
We
thank
are
you- thank you other people.
Greenies, a Players Patchwork Theater Company.
Including people who've
And that
never joined us
means
before.
That we are Brooke Marie from Columbus, Ohio.
Yay!
Katrina.
Katrina, Dark Horse.
Katrina of Dark Horse.
Of Lafayette,
From
Indiana.
Lafayette, Indiana.
I believe the closest person here.
Only an hour drive. Celia Otero from Moraine, Ohio.
Yay!
Shannon from Maria, Ohio.
Whose new book is coming out soon.
Hopefully.
Yay!
Jess Rudolph, the master of the Players Patchwork Theater Company, the Confused Greenies from mostly Cleveland, Ohio.
Yay!
And my name is Megan Matthews from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yay!
We are the Confused Greenies of the Players Patchwork Theater Company, and we have been pleased to come and perform for you. The best audience is right in this room right here. And we hope that you will come to see us again in Grand Ballroom 7 tomorrow at noon.
The best audience we've had in InConJunction.